Hey everybody out on YouTube, it's FitGirl here. I'm recording my 2-year Bell's palsy update video. Did I think that I would be still posting videos after 2 years of Bell's palsy? No way. Definitely not. I was told early on in my recovery that I would get better in a month. And that first month I was still completely the same way that I was day 1 to day 30. So that was my experience with Bell's palsy. Not the most enjoyable feeling in the world to feel like my face could potentially stay like that. But after week number 5, I saw a minuscule bit of movement. So everyone asks, I constantly get asked, how was the recovery and like what did it look like, what did it feel like? I didn't get a lot of twitching. I know some people who get Bell's palsy very mildly. I can tell that you have a mild case of Bell's palsy when someone tells me they have a lot of twitching. That's an excellent sign. Anybody out there who currently is experiencing Bell's palsy and also feeling twitches in their face, like muscles spasming, that is an indication that there is nerve connectivity to your muscle. So there is some signals getting through. It's just not being able to make sense of it all because there's still some injury, there's still inflammation, there's still stuff causing the path to be blocked. But yeah, definitely one thing that I learned throughout my entire process with Bell's palsy is that twitches are awesome, and if you're feeling them, encourage them. You know, don't stress yourself out, but if you're feeling them, like, enjoy that, because that's a very good sign. What else? 2 years later. My recovery, I would say that the majority of my paralysis was done in about 8 to 12 months. So I was definitely a long time healer, but and I would say that my recovery wasn't complete. I still have, well, I wouldn't say that. It maybe is complete, but I'm left with residuals as a result of some of the treatments that I tried too early in my recovery, not knowing the extent of the damage and trying to fix myself before my body was ready to be fixed. So I always like to explain it with this analogy. If you fall and break your leg, instantly you're out of commission. Your leg has no capacity to be used. You go to the doctor tells you elevate your leg, puts you in a cast, whatever, right? Basically your leg becomes immobile for X amount of, you know, weeks, months, whatever it takes depending on your injury. With Bell's palsy, that's kind of like, I like to think of it the same way. You get Bell's palsy one day, you're not gonna go do exercises the next day. Like with a broken leg, if the doctor's advice was to go run a marathon the next day, wouldn't you be like, yeah, I don't think so? That's crazy, right? So this is why I suggest to lay off facial exercises, to give your body a chance to like heal itself to a certain degree before you start to get all crazy and stimulate it even more. Because if you were to go run a marathon on a broken leg, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to end up with residuals, right? You're going to end up with bones healing improperly. You're going to end up with even more damage because of it, you know, bone on bone, who knows what. But so this is why I tell people, when you get Bell's palsy, it sucks. And I know you are told to do exercises when you go home. Those doctors don't know what the hell they're talking about. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I've lived it. And I see what has happened to me as a result of doing what I did. So, I mean, I've seen a lot of people, my mom included, who recovered by doing nothing. So I tell people, if you're going to recover quick, within, you know, 4 to 6 weeks, you won't need the exercises, so why stress about them? You know, and if you're not going to recover quick, at least give your body those 4 to 6 weeks to get stabilized and then start doing whatever type of treatment you need. But yeah, it's that stabilizing period that your body needs. And in the meantime, do things to reduce your stress. You know, start meditating, start getting more sleep at night, quit like working as much as you are, stop exercising as much. There's so many things that we do that we take for granted that is stressful. It's adding stress to our lives. I mean, I didn't even understand the whole stress terminology when I got sick. But now, oh my goodness, like even something as enjoyable for me as a Zumba class is stressful. You're adding stress to your life. So, I mean, even if I can reduce my my schedule by 2 or 3 things in the day, or even in the week, like it makes such a huge difference. So, and your body does need to be quiet when you're recovering. So doing a little bit less while you're recovering, at least for those first 4 to 6 weeks, is really crucial to the body getting that stability for a full recovery. So that's one thing that I have learned in my recovery process, and I just really want to pass that along to others who are experiencing this as well. And also I want you to know that recovery, I know the doctors would love to tell you that, you know, let's say you go to see a doctor in 6 months and you're still paralyzed. They love to tell you, oh, sorry, but that's it. You're gonna stay like that forever now. That's crap. Don't let doctors talk you into that this is it for you, because that's crap. Our body is a living organism. We are able to regenerate cells. We are able to, you know, reproduce cells, and we're definitely able to reconstruct our cells. So I think that with the right type of stimulation and the right type of therapies, anybody with Bell's palsy can improve their paralysis, even if it's a severe case like my own, with the right type of, like I said, stimulation or lack thereof throughout the recovery time frame. And everyone's time frame for recovery is going to be different. Mine, like I said, was fairly long, and I would still consider myself with Bell's palsy. You know, even though people say, oh, you're recovered, and I look at myself in the mirror and I see something different. I don't see who I saw before Bell's palsy. I see a new person. That's fine. Like I've totally come to terms with my new face and my new facial movements. It doesn't bother me. And if it did, I would definitely go out and seek proper treatment to, you know, alleviate this. My chiropractor seems to think facial exercises would correct the problem, and I was going to try them for a month and just see how, if I saw any improvements. I think I would, but I just feel like that's adding stress to my life at this point. Something would need to come off of my plate in order to do these facial exercises, and I'm like, I don't really want to take anything else away. Like, everything that I'm doing right now is making me so happy, and yeah, so I don't feel like they're that important right now. So I don't know, maybe in the future I will regret this decision, but you gotta live in the moment, and for me, this is my best decision, the best decision that I can make for me for right now. So yeah, I still can't whistle. Well, I can whistle, but I can't like get anyone's attention with it. It's just like passing wind through my lips. What else is interesting? I've got some synkinesis. I've shown you this stuff before, when I make a kissy face. When I pout. I have my eyebrows, mostly, but my eyelid still doesn't go up very much on the Bell's palsy side. So I'm not sure what if anything, maybe massage would help that come back. You know, I haven't tried massage, or even maybe acupuncture would be a good thing to start doing. You know, now that I'm 2 years in, or out, I should try some of these therapies and just see what happens, because I have the luxury of not having a family and having a little extra income to experiment with. So that might be next on my agenda. So keep yourselves posted. But those of you who are brand new with Bell's palsy, or you know, within your first month, hang in there. Everything does improve, and with that positive energy, look at what you can accomplish. You know, I did take the steroids, and I did take an antiviral. I don't think that those things are what cured me or healed me. I don't. I really do think that it was a lesson I needed to learn, and by learning that lesson, I slowly was able to fix myself and come to a better place in my life. So I hope that all of you experience a similar epiphany out of your Bell's palsy, and you know, start to live your life with a little more compassion and you know, a little more self-love, because we're beautiful people, everybody. And you know, even something as little as a smile, most people take that for granted. Anyone that has suffered Bell's palsy will never take their smile for granted again. So just remember that, and enjoy the movements that you are given back as a result of your illness. So, or as a result of your recovery, because I know you will all recover to a certain degree, and then after that point, you know, it might take a little bit more stimulation to encourage your regeneration, but hang in there, be positive, and good things happen. All right? I hope everybody has an awesome rest of their day, and I think I will continue posting videos as long as you guys are really getting support and encouragement out of my videos, which I really do still think is happening. Because like I said, every week I get a handful, 5 to 10 messages from people requesting my pamphlets, telling me that my videos have helped them recover, that my videos have helped them, you know, think better, positive thoughts about their recovery, has given them advice, has given them support. You know, like, these things I know were so important to me when I was recovering, and I want to give back, because I feel like, you know, our society is so, I don't know, it's gone really in a negative way, and there's not a lot of people that will just give back out of the kindness of their heart, and I want to do that. I feel selfish if I don't. Like, I have all this knowledge and all this experience, and no one else is sharing it, so this is my, you know, my calling, sort of, to share it with you guys. So I hope that everybody does appreciate what I'm doing for you, and yeah, it's all good, right? Okay, everybody, we'll see you later. Ciao. Happy healing.